Hey, what's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be making some crab stuffed mushrooms. It's the perfect appetizer, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So, here is a shot of all of the ingredients. It is a whole lot of stuff. I know, but you need everything on here to really just make everything come together, to really make the crab dip part come together. And trust me on this part, just go with me. I will try to make sure I show all of the parts of the steps. So just just go with me. And also, I want to mention that this is enough crab dip, quote unquote, to actually make maybe like 3 dozen or so of these stuffed mushrooms. I actually use maybe 3/4 of it to actually make some crab dip. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to just use it for some stuffed mushrooms, then maybe cut the ingredient list in half, or the amounts I should say, cut them in half. But if not, do what I do right here, and you can have some crab dip as well as some stuffed mushrooms, or you can just have a whole lot of stuffed mushrooms. So I'm going in with all the ingredients. As you saw, started off with some sour cream and mayo. Then I'm going in with all of the like herbiness parts. I have some crushed up garlic. I have some scallions, some paprika, a little bit of sugar, some lemon, got some hot sauce, got some mustard. Like I said, check the description box because I'll have all the ingredients listed there, or you can just rewind for a couple of seconds and you'll see again a shot of all of the ingredients and the specific measurements. Yes, I went in with a little bit of bacon. You can definitely leave the bacon out if you don't want to have any bacon in there or any pork in there. But yeah, so just mix everything all up together, y'all. And it's important to mix everything up before you actually add in the crab, and because you don't really want to break up the crab, especially if you have like jumbo lump crab. I didn't have the jumbo lump this time. I just used just jumbo crab. And yeah, just going with the cheeses now, some Colby Jack, as well as a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Mix everything all up in there, and now you just go in with that crab meat. So I have about 16 ounces of this jumbo crab meat, and I just went in there with the juice and all. Don't want to leave anything behind. Put it all up in there. That's just extra flavor for you. And I just mixed everything all up together very lightly. I did go in with a little bit of sugar, about a teaspoon or so of that sugar, and that just kind of balances everything out, rounds out the flavors. Then I just set that mixture to the side. So now I'm going to be working on the mushrooms. So I'll just have some regular old button mushrooms that you can get from any grocery store. I use a paper towel to kind of like wipe them off, get off any excess dirt or dust or whatever you want to call it. You don't really want to rinse them under some water because mushrooms are very porous, and it'll really just soak up all of that water, and it just won't give you the final product that you really want. So I'm going on with a little bit of olive oil just over the top of the mushrooms, about a teaspoon or so of that olive oil. Don't really want to drench them. You just want to have a nice even coating on there so they don't really dry out when you put them in the oven. So now after I do that, I'm just going to go in with probably about a teaspoon or so of that crab mixture, and I'm just going to gingerly, very delicately try to place it in there. Use the spoon to really kind of like round out the top of it, and yeah, it's a whole situation, but it's very therapeutic, very calming. So just take your time and do all of this for all of the mushrooms. So I'm almost finished stuffing all of the mushrooms, and now once I am finished, I'm just going to use a little bit of breadcrumbs. This is the like Italian herb breadcrumbs. You can use the regular breadcrumbs. Just put in a little bit of chopped parsley, and you'll be fine. And I'm just going to top it off with about a teaspoon or so of those breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to use my spoon to just kind of like lightly press in the breadcrumbs. That just kind of like locks in the crab dip. Honestly, it helps it to not kind of like explode all out of the sides when you put them in the oven. And after I do that, I'm going to top it off with a little bit of cheese. I used about half a teaspoon or so of that Colby Jack and Monterey cheese, and I'm just going to place it all over the top. Don't have to be too perfect with this because it's all going to like brown up in the oven. And speaking of, I'm going to place it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. And when you take it out, this is what you have. Nice and golden brown, nice and bubbly. I just transferred it to a serving plate, and of course you already know I have to sample it for y'all just so y'all can get the full effect. Get the full effect of it all, okay? It looks perfect, and y'all, they taste it even better. Y'all know I am from Maryland, so I love crab anything. And this is basically crab dip stuffed in mushrooms, so what could be better? So y'all, hope you enjoy the recipe, and I'll see you later.